Yahweh Shem Al Shai by Shem Rukakwam to the 144,000 rest of the elect out there. Anyway, I'm going to entitle this video, This is Madness. This was put up by GMS Vegas. Sit down. 144K. The Lord, title is The Lord is Not the Author of Confusion. And the group that's out here involved in a riot with the Palestinians is a group known as the Wi-Fi. So as you watch the video, they'll tell you that it's Wi-Fi. And I went to the actual Wi-Fi Chicago page. Anyway, so it says a loopy in the loop, Black Hebrew Israelites fight. I guess that's like a journalist, YouTube page. So I guess I can go to that too. Loopy in the loop, Black Hebrew Israelites fight with Palestinians yesterday in Chicago. Source. Then it goes at Jank Photo, Twitter, whatever. And this group that's fighting is the Hebrew Israelite group is a Wi-Fi, which we condemn this. You see Palestinian protests and all that, or so-called small hats. You don't get it. The scriptures say, "Be wise as serpents, as harmless as doves." All right. So I'm gonna let you watch and listen. I'm gonna open it up. If you look closer, you can see guys you can see the fringes. They got the short t-shirt. You can see the fringes on them. So you might say, and they put in, Black Hebrew Israelites, which they can blame it on all the Israelites, IUCPK, IUIC, GMS, Sakari. They can blame it on any of them because they just look at that term, Black Hebrew Israelites. So you can see right here, these are guys from the Wi-Fi. And here they stand on the other side. The cops broke them up, and they still there, chanting and shouting, which is completely out of order. And they're young men. The leader is a young man, a kid. You know what the scriptures say about a novice? At least he being lifted up with pride, he come under the condemnation of the devil. He even came up against us. So the Most High is not dealing with these guys. Now, I'll say this. I believe a lot of them are sincere. Maybe some of them will come out of that. Maybe some of them are the elect. But the Most High is not, his spirit is not with the Wi-Fi at all. And see, Vocab could ride on this and said the Israelites got into it with and paint us with paint all the Israelites with a broad brush. So we got to come back and say, well, these were Wi-Fi. This has nothing to do with IUIC has to make a statement. We have nothing to do with this. ISUPK will have to make a statement. We have nothing to do with this. GMS have to make a statement. And I'm making a statement now. We have nothing to do with this. You have a major camp in Chicago, GMS camp. They're not going to be involved in this. They'll speak somewhere where the protest is not going on. They might speak on the protest. This is what happens when you're a novice and you come in your own way. St. John the 10th chapter. Read the first couple of verses. Climbeth in some other way. You want to come in your way. And everything that they teach, they got from One West. They got mainly from us and Zabak, because that's who they used to, the leadership used to come down to our camp on 34th Street. Then they would go to Zabak, and then they kind of put their own thing together. So the fact that they know that they're Israelites, the fact that they know some Hebrew, Yasha Allah, the fact that they know who the Edomites are, the fact that they know certain prophetic scriptures, they got it from either us or Zabak or pre-Zabak. And Zabak wouldn't do this shit. Zabak wouldn't do no madness like this. He would say, well, let's go someplace else, or let's not be here. So now you got these Palestinians thinking that the so-called black Hebrew Israelites are, that's how it looks like they're backing up the small hats. So this was a stupid, foolhardy move that they made. So you got let me bring this back. I'll bring this back. So you got them egging them on. You got the fist up. These are all young men. These men are the same age as the leader. And you got the second in command, which he's older than the young man, and he's not checking him. So this is completely out of order. This is complete. Our job is to just the prophets just prophesied. They didn't get into fights and rumbles. They didn't say there's a gunfight going on, right? You know, people are shooting at each other, and we're gonna go right in the middle of that, right where the bombs are being, launched. We're gonna go right up in the middle of that. You got to use sense when you come into this truth. You had this one IUIC group. They was out there in front of a gas station, and here there's somebody shooting a high-powered rifle at him, just missing him, hitting the gas pump. Can hear the pew, 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 and it's still there teaching. The guy looks around, he notices that they're shooting at his ass, and he's still there. Give me the next scripture. Some of these guys are bugged out in their fucking head, man. It reminds me of the movie The Jerk with this guy, Steve Martin. He was a gas station attendant, and some guy with a rifle shooting at him, and he sees the oil leaking oil. He's, oh my goodness, these oil cans are leaking. It wasn't leaking. It was somebody shooting at your ass, you dummy. So this was like a jerk move, man. Let's watch a little bit more. And them Palestinians want their ass. There's more Palestinians than them, and they standing there, And Palestinians throwing shit at them, and some of these Palestinians are actually Israelites. Mind you, the scripture said, be wise as serpents and harmless as doves. We are sheep in the midst of wolves. See, these guys right here are from Wi-Fi, Chicago. Or this is the Palestine people, I don't know.
Shalom. I'm going to start by giving all the praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Arachak, Wadash. Double honor to the elder apostles and bishops of the great Muslim that rule well.
So you see, it said the Palestinians rage outbreak against the servants of the Lord, Wi-Fi Chicago. So they identified themselves as Wi-Fi Chicago.
Peace, blessings, and salutations unto the hopeful elect tabernacle of David scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. What you just saw was a altercation, a melee that broke out between these Palestinian protesters and Watchmen for Israel, Chicago. Now, the Most High, we know that he's not the author of confusion. All right, he's not the author of disturbance, disorder. All right, especially when it comes to association with his churches. We're not out there to look for confrontation. We're not out there to be brawlers. We ain't out there with anything to prove. We're just simply out there to, teach the word and gather the Lord's elect. And you simply can't be doing that if you're out there preaching at a protest full of heathens that have nothing to do with you. These Palestinians, which are Ishmaelites, their gripe is with Esau. We have no dog in that fight. That has nothing to do with us. If there's any of the elects, if there's any lost Jake that's in the midst, sure, you can, redirect them to the truth and tell them, this is not our fight. We're the true chosen people. All right, come back to your nationality, your heritage. This is the true God, the God of the Bible, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right, so on and so forth. But, Jake is out there teaching with all this confusion going on. You're not reaching none of the elect in that atmosphere, in that environment. So I don't think it was wise at all to set up a camp in the midst of all that confusion. All right, and that demonstrates the leadership of this particular group, that they don't have good.
Even King David retreated from the enemy when he knew he was suffering losses. Even King David. So, like the elder just said, that this wasn't a wise decision at all.
Leadership.
Let everything be done decency and in order. The Most High is not the author of confusion. This is confusion.
All right, the scriptures say, let me go to it real quick. Let's go to the book of Sirach, the 32nd chapter. It is Sirach 32 and 18. It says, a man of counsel will be considerate, but a strange and proud man is not daunted with fear, even when of himself he have done without counsel. You should have considered if it was even wise to go out there and preach. And not only that, but you're antagonizing these Palestinians. All right, we know that they're angry. Their emotions is through the roof. The people being attacked over there in Gaza, in which these Ishmaelites have the nerve to get all tough, with these brothers, but why don't y'all,
But a lot of them are Israelites as well. There's Israelites among them.
Take that energy and go over there and fight them small hats. All right, go over there to Gaza and put up a fight, because it's one-sided right now. Don't get all.
Yeah, the Palestinians don't possess an army. They don't have an army, and the Israelis have an army, a large mega army, the IDF, and in war, when you fight one army against another, you fight on the battlefield. That goes back to the ancient world. But when you're fighting terrorists, they don't fight, as I would use the word, fear. Terrorists are a small number of men that can't fight fight on the battlefield, so they have to use these different tactics. So, saying again, the Palestinians have no army, so they're gonna lose miserably, and they have to just suffer what the IDF does to them, because you have the power. That's how nations take over other nations. That's how nations become empires. A stronger nation becomes weak, and the next nation that becomes strong, Joel 3, what is that? Joel 3:9, thereabouts, is to let the weak say, "I'm strong." The only way you can take over a strong empire is if you become strong. And this nation that's in the power, they're watching you to see if you are massing an army. So it's all based upon strategy. Listen to a little bit more and I'm going to close.
You know, don't get all rah-rah and turn up against some guys because they're telling you that you're Allah, which, like I said, they're antagonizing them. But it is true. All right, Allah ain't doing nothing for y'all because Allah is just a straight idol from these damn rats. Allah can't even pestilence from spreading throughout the region. A lot of times when there's pestilence going on, like you got all type of insects, them grasshoppers, not grasshoppers, locusts. There would be a lot of plagues of locusts, and even the Kaaba get plagued. Allah has no power over the plagues.
Yes, the true power is the Most High Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Anyway, I'm going to close and, on to the next one. With that, I'm going to say Shalom.